Morning folks, Sunday morning. Nice day, a bit overcast, but that wind's blowing. Anyway, it's still early in the morning, so I don't want to make too much noise yet. But I've just dropped that on. I can be marking it out. So I've got to get that curve on the hull onto that sheet. So I've squared it up to that far end. That leaves me a gap here. It needs to go over about 250mm, so I've cut a piece of timber 250mm, and that will run along the side of the hull, and we'll mark it with some chalk, and that'll be about scribed to what's there, and we can just adjust it with the angle grinder if we need to take a bit more off or what have you. But as long as you get it close, you're going to weld it up, so you know you can fill any little gaps. But that's my idea, and that's how you do it. So I'll scribe that line on. Can be doing that. So there we go. That's the arc. So I've got to plasma that off now, and we'll try it up. I have got more plate hung over here than needs, so it can be adjusted till we get a nice fit. I've got a couple of inches to play with on the plate, so that's the next job. Cut that off. Right, so that's just the first cut, and it's actually very good. It hardly needs anything on that, that's tight. So I'll give it a clean up, and we'll put some steels around the perimeter so it sits on it, and then we can mark out the door for the hinging. Right, so what I've done there is I've put this thick walled box section on, clamped them down, because plate, you get waves in it, you know, it just happens, it's thin plate, getting thick plate, but thick plate's a bit harder to straighten up. But with this, put that on, tack it on there, it's got a strong back on back, so it keeps it nice and flat. Okay, so that's that flat now, but we do have to remove a door section, and what I will do is we'll put another piece of the box section on across the frontish area, so it keeps all the door flat as well, and you could even put two under there. We'll see how it's behaving anyway. So I need to mark it out now, because we're not marked out square to this front and side, because the plate is just oversized, and I've just got it so it goes in. So now we need to square it all up and then mark the door out. that's it, sat in its position. We now need to mark out for the door access. So I'm just going to mark that curve on the gunnel there onto that plate, and then we'll cut the door accordingly. Right, that's the door out, and it's stayed. What I do now is put the perimeter of steel along that to back side, and then on the return. So I need some angle iron under there, so you know that slag up. Put my angle iron under there, and then it's about finished actual making it. This thing is going to be welded in, obviously, but if I get that done, and then we'll have some paint out and some back tan or whatever we need, and we'll get it all, get some paint on in the undercoat, underside of these frames, so it's less to reach in and get once we're welded up. Right, story so far. That's all done. Just sat there. The lids are sat there. What I do need to do before they're welded on is get some paint on the underside of them. Just prime them all up. We'll use some back tan on it and then prime them up. So I'm going to take that one off, do that. It can be left out drying. And then I need to weld along that long seam there and put that vert in at the back there, which will take some time because it's slow just with this small wire. Right, so that's it. And I just had an accident. I've just dropped my combination square in Davy Jones' locker, so he's got a new combi square. Because it's stainless, I can't get it out with a magnet, and it's quite deep down there, so that's another one to buy. Right, we'll have a brew and we'll get them done. Right, we're all set. Get it welded up. Thank goodness that's over with, that's neck breaking. What time is it? Oh, it took me 1.5 hours that. Need bigger wire really, but we've only got this little machine here. Anyway, it's all in. So let that cool down. We'll have a brew and then we can clean it up and have a look at putting some paint on. Right, I've just cleaned it up and show you the welds. So a weave along the bottom and then a vert weave all the way up. Inside now it's all cleaned out. Right, just spitting with rain, that's no good. We're going to get a bit of back tanner just on these where we've welded that because it's burnt it off, and I want to get a primer coat on it, so I'll have to move a bit here because the clouds are coming in. Right, so we've had a clean up, moved it all out, then gave it a coat of primer just on the insides, so it needs a better job on the outside, but inside I'm just slapping it on. It don't matter to me, it's out of sight. It'll have a top coat put on it, and it's not 100% perfect, I'm not bothered. So we've cleaned that out, had a coat of primer. That's the underside of the top bit, that's not hinged, so I've got to do all that first before I can weld it in. But then here, that area there is no good whatsoever to me. It's a mess, it's not doing what it wants. I want the doors to fold back, so same on here. I'll be putting a plate in there, but the doors will fold back and it'll be a step into the boat, because up on these two I'm going to have some or maybe cushions or something, or even just some timber on lats. It will have a cracked cover eventually again, so I'm going to cut this out with a plasma and we'll see what we're going to do with that. That's it out then. That's breaking off there, some crap weld on that bit. It's held it for 30 years or more. So what I want to do is get all that out, but keeps blowing the trip on the mains there. I can't cut too much until I have to stop and then start again, but anyway, that's it. Getting all that out. Where that is, that's the gas coming through that locker to a hole up there, so that'll be the gas pipe. I'll have to go around there and back into that. I just need to improve all this and make it so the door goes back. There'll be sort of a cut off across there, something like that, like a mitre. So we'll get it all out and then we'll make it up, see what we can come up with. Oh, it's starting to rain again. Anyway, we're done for the day. That's it. I've just got that back bit to get off. I can't get in with plasma for that, so it'll be cutting disc and some burnt hands. Anyway, that's what we've got under here. A lot of crud up there being trapped, so I've got to get all that cleaned out, made good, and then the doors will go back, but I shall put something across there so it can be sort of step into the boat and be able to shove some bits under it. Right, so that's it for this one anyway. 1.5 days work there, another half a day on there, so like 2 days it's took me to get this far, and I've now got to get that lid welded on there and hinged and what have you, get the other side finished. So we've probably, I don't know, it's another day's work and get the side sorted out, but let's go as fast as we can and we'll get there. So anyway, that's it folks, I'm off. It's about 5 o'clock Sunday afternoon. I think I made enough noise for the day. So anyway, thanks everybody for liking and subscribing. Subscribe if you can please, it don't cost the help. And I'll see you on the next one. Ta-ra!